What is up? It is Rocky Tiger here, and if you can tell, I have a different skin on, so maybe something's been going on. Just a guess. Whoa, I really cannot run around like this in third-person mode, F5 mode, whatever it is that you want to call it. But welcome back to the Eastern section, the third part of the Beyond Vanilla Season 2 World Tour video. I'm just going to go ahead and take off my helmet real quick here, and I've got a crown. I'm fancy now, guys. I've got a crown. Why do I have a crown? Well, that's a very good question, and let's just go ahead and do the big reveal. Beyond Vanilla Season 3 has officially kicked off, and I still haven't finished doing this World Tour series, but it is Beyond Vanilla Season 3 Kingdoms. I am going to be titling the series Kingdoms of Beyond, and it is pretty fantastic. I've had Season 3 running for about 2 days now, and well, this is Monday, the day that this video is actually going live, although it's going to be really late, but I haven't had actually a chance to play it all today because I've been busy doing all sorts of other things. So let's go ahead and do another really long stream of... There's got to be ice underneath here. Yes, there is. Okay, why am I sliding around? We're going to do another really long stream of consciousness type of episode without any real breaks in it, no cuts, and yeah. Well, was I starting with this? We're not doing the East today. What am I talking about? We're not doing the East, we're doing the West. We're gonna finish up with the East because that's my absolute favorite, and I'm just gonna keep breaking stuff. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it. So we'll start off with the West. We have one of my favorite things that was built by the amazing Phantom Maple, and that was a... I can't fall. I'm in creative mode. I can't fall down the stairs. We have a blaze farm that was built by Phantom Maple. Kind of a semi-janky way of getting around to it. The original area where we had all of our nether stuff around down here, including different pathways before we built the tunnel system up above. But Phantom Maple built this amazing nether farm in the nether for all of the blazes, although are we getting any that are actually going to spawn in here right now? I don't know if they'll spawn in when I'm in creative mode. They should? Maybe. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I mean, we've got zombie pigmen. Oh, there we go. So, the really cool way that this farm works is using the blazes pathfinding. They spawn within this bounding box that was created by glass, and then they go and naturally want to pathfind their way down to here. And then when you're ready, you just close the door so no more come in, press this button, and it crushes them to the point where you can kill them with one hit, and you can get basically an unlimited amount of blaze powder, and it is absolutely awesome. I've never seen a farm built like that before, and then I actually saw after she made the video, I think I saw Mumbo Jumbo had a version of that farm on the Hermitcraft Season 6. I'm pretty sure it was in Season 6, not in Season 5. But it was a pretty impressive thing to me at first when I saw it, and it's still impressive now. It's a pain in the behind because you'll die a whole lot, and of course it's Maple, so she already dies a whole lot in the nether anyways, and definitely needs fire protection everywhere she goes. Alright, so we've got J3 Extrom and Emily's Ocean Thing up next, and then we're going to go and take a look at Sheep's Desert Base, which I love that thing, but we're going to take a look at this first. So J3X and Emily were newer on the server. We're going to go ahead and clear up the weather, and they went and built this thing in the middle of the ocean, which I think is really, really cool. But this thing as well, it's a chick. Emily really liked doing pixel art, and this is one of the things that she decided to build. I don't think it serves any other purpose than to just look really cool. If we had a map in this area, I bet that would look really neat. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a empty map, and hopefully we'll be within the bounding box of that. And let's see what it looks like. Yes, that is awesome. Good job, Emily. I hope you join us on the Season 3 server really soon. But yeah, they built this really cool area beneath the ocean. Emptying this area out was a colossal pain in the behind, according to them, and filled it in with glass and had this very colorful beacon system set up here. And my first thought when I saw this was it looks like that game Simon, where you have to press the buttons in whatever order it tells you to. And yeah, I still think it looks like that. So got some stuff. What's down here? Different parts of their base. I think, yep, their smelting system was down here, as well as villager trading area. Pretty awesome. I like the feel. It's very, very kind of modern, almost spaceshipy sort of feel to it, until you come out here, and then it's very, very watery, and I love the creeper face. It's awesome. I love it. I think that was just an area over there that they had for getting some like zombies and other mobs. Not 100% certain, but it was a start of a really, really cool base. And there's scaffolding blocks going all the way up to... Is this going all the way up to build limit? No, it's not. Well, at least I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Not up to build height, but there is... There are chickens up here. Okay. I don't know why there are chickens there, but hopefully, I'm betting that the idea was that someone would break it down at the bottom and then cause chickens to fall everywhere. But that's interesting. Whoa. Alright, waiting for the world to load. Still wait. Come on now. I'm back to using my very shoddy internet connection, and so everything is going to be a little bit laggy and jumpy with really bad ping. But here we go over to Sheep's desert base. This, though, is a really, really cool area. Sheep got bored and gets bored with his builds very, very quickly and decided that he wanted to build a desert city or a desert style city, and so he did. And this is a style of building that is very, very different from anything that I've built here on the server, and I think it is really cool. I love the way it's kind of like, it makes me think of Adobe style builds. I think there's actually, or Pueblo, not Adobe, Pueblo style builds. There's actually a structure, you should look it up. It's in the US, I think it's in New Mexico, and it is a Pueblo that has been inhabited for over 1,000 years, probably longer than that. It's the oldest continuously inhabited structure in the world that I know of. And it is really, really cool with all of the structures kind of just building right next to each other. When you look at this compared to Northgard, where the buildings are a little bit further apart, this is something that I really like because it invites the eye and invites you to kind of travel and see, okay, well, what's around this corner? And it's a nice sense of discovery. I don't think any of the buildings have interiors really at this point. Maybe if that sounded like something just blew up. I don't think any of them really have detailed interiors. As you can see, there's a lot of just empty here, empty there. But on the outside, though, it looks really cool. And then, of course, he built a kind of irrigation system. So he's got little bits of water in here, but then this windmill that's supposed to be pumping water in from the ocean. It's really, really neat. I love that style of windmill. This whole area is just a really, really cool looking build. And of course, we got some custom trees. Well, we've got a custom tree over here, kind of a palm looking tree using the composter. And I actually, what are those jungle leaves? So that's really neat. This is, it came together so quickly. That's the other thing about this. Sheep is an an absolute madman when it comes to building, and he's a way better builder than I will probably ever be. But this whole area, which I think he had a little bit of help, I think Phantom helped him a little bit. I'm not sure if anyone else did or not, but this popped up in like a day or two, maybe 3 days at most, as if I'm remembering correctly, which was absolutely nuts and just a really cool build. And I hope we see some really cool stuff like that as some builds in the Kingdom server that we're starting up soon. Let's see what's next. Beyond Realty Headquarters. In need of sponsors to produce Season 1 of Surviving Beyond. This should be Magic Fred's area. Yes. So Fred had a little house here. Nothing too much to see. Oh, we do have one of the things that I can show you over here, we had a small mini games area, but Magic Fred joined the server late. He's actually the founder of the Beyond Vanilla server, and joined Season 2 rather late, and built a little tiny house, and then created the Surviving Beyond kind of game show experience, which was really cool, and I wish I could have participated, but unfortunately, I guess I've said before, I started a new job and was working because I work on Saturdays, and that's when the event was. Very sad. Well, we'll take a look at his house real quick and look at some of the mini games things here, but first we'll take a look through here. I actually have a video, I think, where I highlighted this, maybe not. This is the Shooting Saloon. This was the minigame that I created for the server, and it is, well, I'm pretty proud of it. I think it was pretty cool. So the idea is you've got these redstone lamps which get powered by one of these buttons that's right next to them. When you use a bow and shoot at a button, it actually, or wooden button to be specific, the lamp and the arrow will stay input or in place for, I think it's 3 minutes is what we have our stuff set to. So if you hit all 7 of the targets, then you win a prize. Although I think, yep, it's out of prizes. So the prizes would range from a coupon to go and get yourself some firework rockets, to a Rocky Tiger head, to all sorts of different things. And it's a really simple game that's set up using AND gates. So when those inputs all come into here, that one is just the one. I could have an 8th input if I wanted to. You could actually chain it for however many inputs you want, but when each and every single one of those redstone lines gets an input, they all are triggered as an ON, which triggers the AND gate to function, which triggers this dropper to function, which drops out a prize. So all you had to do was, oh man, I got a lot of diamonds in there that I never knew about. You got, what was it, 10 arrows per attempt. There are 7 targets. You'd have to use one of these crossbows and sets of arrows in there, and you'd get a prize. And it was a pretty cool, fun little build to make, and I had fun playing it, although I don't know, I mean, I guess even with this crappy internet that I've got right now, I still managed to hit all of them, so maybe it is something that I should do again on Beyond Vanilla Season 3, although with the kingdom setup, it may be a little bit more challenging. Over here, we also had another minigame. I can't remember who built this one, but it was based off of Grian's minigame, Dig Straight Down. The concept being that you pick a spot. Oh, we can't jump over walls. Duh. You pick a spot. Looks like all of these ones were already completed, and there were only this many sections left, and the idea is that you dig straight down. So if we hop into spectator mode, you'll see that there are bits of lava beneath different sections, and the idea is that you dig down until you either hit lava or get diamonds and other ores and stuff like that. So you could come out making off like a bandit, depending on what the price of the minigame was, or you could die in lava and lose everything. So fun minigame as well. Really cool to see that sort of thing built on the server. Hopefully, maybe we'll find a spot where we can build some minigames next season or on Season 3, but right now we're just going to leave it as it is. With doing a Kingdom style server and the way that we're doing a Kingdom style server, our player base is split up a whole lot more than it normally would be on a regular vanilla survival series. So it'll be interesting to see how that sort of thing works. Maybe there will be a designated neutral zone where we can build mini games. I don't know yet. Let's see, which way did we come from? We came from that way, so let's continue on down the western tunnel until we reach Flappy Phillips, the Profiles old base. So this is a old base. We had a lot of people who built bases and then abandoned them because they wanted to build other bases. That's a very common occurrence on a lot of Minecraft servers. Personally, that's not how I do things, but I don't blame anyone for wanting to change things up. So that's a kind of neat design element. Semi-modern looking. Lots of acacia. Ladder going up to the second floor where we've got small amounts of storage in here. Nothing too startling or crazy up here, but very simple, very honestly elegant in its simplicity. That's what we're going to go for. It's elegant in its simplicity. I actually really like that. What do we have over here? Here lies Mindy. Oh no! Oh no, looks like he may have broken something with mending on it, or a mending villager. I'm not sure which, but either one is unfortunate. And I don't know what that is. It's something? I don't know. Got lots of cows. What do we got over here? Looks like some sort of farm. Got some redstone going on. Oh, I forgot I'm not in spectator mode. I bet this is some sort of, oh, it's a mob farm. Okay. Well, that's cool. It's a water-pushing mob farm using trapdoors. Neat. I've never actually built one of those. The mob farms that I always build are different design. I do use water, but I use dispensers with my mob farms. So I might go and show that off when we get to the southern section. Will be the next video that we do. Let's see. Whoa! I know what's coming up next, and I'm a little bit scared. This is Scarecrow's, or Scarecrow? Maybe that's what it is. First base, and let's see, do we still have ridiculous numbers of villagers? We've got, yeah, we still have ridiculous numbers of villagers. Not nearly as bad as it was at first. When we started Beyond Vanilla Season 2, we started off with Minecraft 1.14. Not 1.14.1, not 1.14.2, or 3, or 4. We started off with straight up 1.14. This area was, if I remember correctly, a naturally generated village. And if anyone else played on one of the pre 1.14.4 versions of Minecraft Village and Pillage, they will know that there were some issues with villager breeding. And those issues were that they never stopped breeding. So I think that it's you can get a little bit of a hint of it in the opening intro part of the Beyond Vanilla Season 2 series. The intro being what plays at the very beginning of the video, duh. And you might be able to see it kind of just being overwhelmed with villagers. Actually, come to think of it, that might actually be in the Beyond Vanilla Season 2 trailer video. You'll have to look on my channel for some of the older videos because I don't remember if it's actually still on there or not, but it would be kind of interesting to look at and see this place just being completely overrun. It wasn't as bad as Phantom Maple's Hern Hole, which we will get to. I think Maple's base is through the eastern tunnel, so that'll be on the last video. Just spoilers, the Hern Hole is no more. I believe it featured on a couple of the videos, or at least one of the other videos earlier on Beyond Vanilla Season 2. But basically, that same glitch happened to Phantom Maple, only in an area that's probably about the size of this structure right here, where there were probably 50 or so, maybe more, villagers crammed into a tiny little spot down here, all going the entire time. So yeah, thus the Hern Hole. And the source of most of the lag on the server that wasn't related to the server lag that wasn't actually related to the host itself. Oh, we're going the wrong way. I'm not sure what else is further down past Scar's base, but we'll find out. Aha, the mining desert, which we don't actually need to go and see because the mining desert itself is not too exciting, but Phantom Maple, not Mallow, just making sure I am getting it straight this time. I'm not mixing up Phantom Maple and Mallow Sprite. Phantom Maple actually built this as the nether tunnel down to the mining desert, and I just wanted to show it off because I really like it. It's a really, really fun design, and one of my favorites in terms of nether tunnels that aren't related to someone's base. Actually, I think it's the only one that's not mine that doesn't go as one of the cardinal directions out to someone's base that's been built up, if that makes sense. All of the tunnels that aren't going out to someone's base or one of the cardinal direction tunnels, I think this is the only one that actually has any sort of decoration. So to say that it is my favorite, it is also one of the only ones, but I love it. We'll just leave it at that. I love it. Let's see. I don't know whose base this is. All I know is that there are zombie pigmen in the way. Actually, I think I do know whose base this is. I think this is Viking's base. I'm pretty sure that's what we're at. Yep. So Viking, one of the other more talented players on the server who's been around since Season 1, really talented builder, built this structure almost completely from the ground up here. I don't know how much of this structure or how much of this island is naturally generated. I don't think very much of it is at all. One thing I do want to highlight is this watchtower over here. I love it, and I wish that I was able to build structures like that, but not yet. But we'll get to that point. At some point, we will be able to build structures like this without having to look up how to do it. Also built a system of stalls. I was going to say a whole lot of stalls. Let's see if they've got funny puns on them this time. In Beyond Vanilla Season 1, there was a market stall area in his city that he built that was in a desert slash mesa, and all the stalls had funny names. So let's see what we've got. Straight to the point. The North Star. Amola's Armadura. Fjord Swords. And Flynn's Fresh Fish. So a few puns in there still. I missed some of the other ones. There were like TNT shops and things in his one in Beyond Vanilla Season 1. I really like the use of the pistons as a decorative block. They don't get used as a decorative block enough. Let's see, we've got, I think this was his inn, which is way better than the inn that I built. Not finished on the inside, it doesn't look like, but from the outside, I really like the way that this structure came together. I'm going to have to steal some of these ideas. Although our kingdom in Beyond Vanilla Season 3 isn't really going to use this style of building, so I might have to steal it for way in the future. But he also built this, I believe it is a blacksmith shop, which I really like. So he's got this kind of smithing area on the outside, the overhang, and I think if you come into the inside, it's just a house with a lot of, yeah, so he's got like sleeping areas and bedrooms upstairs. One of my other favorite builds on this this base, I think my two favorite builds at this base are the watchtower over here and then this blacksmithing shop. Just really, really fun areas. Also has a stable, which I do like. It's much different than the stable that I built over there at Northgard. This one looks more, to me, it's very similar to some of the stables that actually get generated with the Village and Pillage update. But I do like it, and it's got a nice amount of depth to it. That's one of the things that Viking is really, really good at, is depth. His builds have a lot of depth to them, so they're not very flat. They do look very interesting and appealing to the eye, and this is no exception. If you continue on up here, you get up to where he's got kind of a castle thing going on, which he took inspiration from, or at least I think that's what he said, was took inspiration from the Great Porch from Whiterun in Dragon's Reach, out of the game Skyrim, which I'm sure everyone's played. And this is really, really cool. It's a build on a scale that none of my builds have quite matched, and it's something that I'm hoping I'll be able to come up with some really crazy mega builds like this for Beyond Vanilla Season 3. I've got some ideas, it's just the execution of those ideas is going to be what's going to be the biggest challenge. Let's see if I can find my way back to the nether portal. There it is. And we'll continue on, and I think we're getting pretty much close to being done with this western section of the world tour. But let's just double check to make sure. Try not to anger all the pigmen, although I don't think they can get angry at me when I'm in this mode. Let's see. We want to go this way. I think that the only thing that was down this way was, I think there was part of a mining desert or something like that. That was like the original. This might have been just the original way to get out to the mining desert. Or, nope, I remember what that was. This long tunnel here was where we originally thought we might be able to try and make a wither skeleton farm, only we ended up finding a better nether fortress in a different direction, and so that is pretty much everything that's down the western tunnel here. So, you know, with that, I think that's about it for part 3 of this world tour. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, oh no, what have I done? If you really like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscription, or add the subscription, something like that. You know what? Let's just start the exit or the outro again, because again, we're trying to do this all in one take. So no one said I couldn't just, you know, repeat different parts of it. That's all that we've got for the western section of this world tour. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment. I'd love to get your opinion on some of the different builds. If you really like the video, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It does help, and I put out new videos on the Beyond Vanilla server every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, although this one will be going out very, very late on Monday. And with that, that's all I've got time for today. Thanks for watching. Bye!